What up, my niggas? We back. Classic conversation. Got my homegirl Miaya. We got Fresh. We got a guest, my boy Gino, Haze. Shit, you know, show host with the most. Your boy Vic the Ruler.
That's some new shit.
You know, exactly. You gotta come new. You feel me? You just threw me off though, my nigga. But yeah, we were just having a conversation, and we just decided to open it up like this. We was talking about like quote unquote checking in. You know, everybody got a different definition of checking in. For me personally, I really think it's more so, you know, you tap in with the people you know that you actually fuck with, just to make sure that you in a solid position wherever you at. You can't be Hercules in every city. You can't beat everybody up. And yeah, you know, stop, bro. I mean, you know, so you tap in with your folks, you get right, and then I feel like that's the best way to go about it. Because if I go out of town to, even when I go back to Seattle, when I go back to Chicago, I'm hitting the people that I fuck with just in case. So I know where to go, where not to go. If the city hot right now, what moves to bust, what not to do. So what y'all think about the whole checking in thing?
I think it's smart. I think it ain't nothing new. I don't know where it went wrong, but niggas been doing that shit forever. You go to another nigga city, you gonna definitely tap in. I was telling my boy like on Drink Champs, when DPG was on Drink Champs, Nori told the story that, you know, they called and Nori put the heats in their hand. You know, you're not gonna hop on the plane with your, you know what I'm saying? So you go with somebody else, they give you what you need, right?
Right.
So that's what niggas have been doing forever. Like, so I don't know what the issue is now. But
to specify, we're not talking about payola, nigga. You should call it payola?
No, that's not payola.
They talking about payola. That's the DJ shit.
Yeah.
We're not talking about
paying for
security.
Nah, that's your people's put like clean.
We're not extortion. Thank you for the technical. I feel it was on the tip of my tongue. We're not talking about the soldier for that shit.
Nah, it's
big
not.
Soldier not from the hood. You got to put that clip in.
It's just your people's gonna give you clean weapons to run around with. You know, like or whatever it is that you need while you out there. Even if it just set you up with some smoke and shit. You know, like niggas would call their peoples.
Right.
And if you in another place where you can't call your homies, who you gonna call? You gotta call the people that's right there. So they need to know you there just in case something go down, they can have your back.
And you could benefit from being a nigga that people tapping in with. Like 2 Chainz was a nigga everybody was tapping in with for the kush.
And that's what it turned into.
Exactly.
Turned him into, he got his own brand from that. So yeah, I don't think it's a problem with it. As long as niggas make it a deal like you have to. Like nigga, you got to come.
I think it's a gang thing.
Yeah, but even
you have to check in.
That's some mob shit. That's really some mob shit, and I think that's where niggas get the issue with, like, I ain't gotta do it, and it become like a defensive issue when a nigga say on some shit, you gotta come check in with me, like on that shit with the baby at the video when he shot that video in Atlanta, and them niggas was across the street talking about, hey nigga, you ain't check in, like that'll make a nigga be like defensive.
Right. What you think, Trevor? Or Gino?
I think
from Chicago to Inglewood.
Personally, I'm tapping in. You know what I'm saying? I'm tapping in just because I want to touch the city. I want to feel. You know, I want to feel the city. I want to go out to the club, see what's popping, what music y'all listening to. I want to go to the real restaurants. I'm not eating Chipotle when I'm out of town. I'm trying to go to the mom and pop shop, and I know it's a lot of shit I don't know. It's a lot of colors shit. You know, colors, hats, slangs, areas. You know, shit might. So, for me, I think checking in is just making sure that you got a tour guide that could just, you know, point you in a beautiful direction. You know, a lot of niggas come to LA, they don't really come to LA. They hit North Olympic. They ain't in LA. You know what I'm saying? They gonna take the picture and drop the location, but they ain't in LA. You know why? Because they're smart enough not to be in LA, honestly, because you don't know where you at, you don't know who you with, you don't know what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? You might have a hat on, you don't even know what hat you got on. You doing the wrong, you know what I'm saying? So I think checking in is very smart, but I don't think it's just for extortion purposes or protection. I think it's just so you can make sure, nigga, that you motherfuckers stepping in the right direction. Period.
Yeah, nah, absolutely.
Period.
Yeah, I mean that's it. Like I said, it's common sense.
I think it's smart to be aware of your surroundings. Like Gino said, especially in LA, like niggas come to LA and be in Hollywood and be like, oh, LA is so trash. Like nigga, you gotta come a little further south. Like bro, you gotta cross Olympic
real
first.
LA. Yeah, the
cross
real
Pico,
LA.
You really want to feel? If you want to feel it, it's here.
It's the real LA.
If you want to feel the real LA, it's here.
Yeah, the Valley ain't the real LA. Not the shit that niggas be rapping about.
Right. Like my boyfriend not from out here, so when he came out here, I was like, no, I'm not gonna take it right. I'm gonna take it like the hood. So I'm taking Earl's. We're gonna go to Orleans and York. We're gonna go to Fresh and Meat. We're gonna go to the hood spots. You get some real LA food. Like
you get the player's punch when he was at Earl?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. You gotta get the player's punch.
But see, that's the best thing to do is
This
like
nigga is
touching the
cooked on
mama
Orleans.
punch.
Like, that's the thing. You gotta, when you
Man,
come to the
I
city, you
fuck
really,
with
like he said, I want to get a feel of the real city. Like, when I
Got
go,
to.
like, my family from New Orleans, when I go to New Orleans, I check in with the fam, but I don't always go to Bourbon Street. I go to, like, I'm going to 3rd Ward, the 9th Ward to get the real, like, mom
Otherwise,
and
you
pop
just
food.
a tourist.
Yeah, and I don't want to be no tourist
We
in no
went to-
city unless I'm in, like, another country.
Yeah.
When we went to Chicago, me and my nigga T-Reg went to the Jerk Taco, man. That shit was,
And who did he
real
tap
fire,
in
you know?
with? He had to call in, tap in with me.
That nigga is
My
a
nigga
liar.
called in with me like, hey bro, you
Hey.
ever fuck with the Jerk Taco man?
Liar.
I'm like, hey bro, that nigga on the west side, bro.
Bro, this nigga.
Shout out to my nigga Jerk Taco man.
This nigga was downtown in the West Loop somewhere or something, nigga, when we was over there in the Jerk Taco, man.
Niggas have to tap in and check out their surroundings, man. They was around a bunch of vice lords and shit out west, man. They don't know what the fuck they was doing.
This is what rappers do, they make up stories.
Them niggas with the
story
cake
to the
up.
spot.
Them niggas are motherfucking Sandy first and motherfucking man. That shit funny.
Yeah, but I mean,
You for sure if you was at Jerk Taco man, you for sure was in K-Town, that's for sure. The original Jerk Taco man for sure in K-Town.
Do it on your mic.
yeah, but on some gang shit, I definitely understand on some
Because I was going to profit
some physical altercation shit. I can understand where niggas have had that issue, but
Who's gonna be on?
you know, it's like I guess the new thing for today
Just
is
for you.
niggas paying to be on the hood. Like that's really the new form of like tapping in, like the way that niggas don't have to check in with nobody. Niggas will jump on somebody's hood. Like once upon a time, I could tell you, niggas used to come out here and fuck with the grape streets. Like, and that was a thing because I was talking to Vic. I think he know about it too. If you went to like Summer Jam or Power 106 where they had that
Rushing the
shit,
stage, nigga.
them niggas was front row every year. Grape streets.
I used to
all
go to
year.
the Summer Jam every summer.
Yeah, so if you remember, they always had front row seats.
Yeah.
And so if you didn't really, they fuck up your set.
Nigga.
They'd rush your set.
Bro,
And so niggas would come out and pay them
We gotta find the footage.
to tap in.
LL Cool J came out all red one summer, and they was really on this nigga, like really started hopping on stage, all type of
Right.
shit. They shut down the whole shit. Nigga came out in a red Kangol, red beater, red shorts, red shoes. They like, oh no, nigga,
Disrespect.
you're not coming out here
blatant
like this.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So niggas would come out here,
Man,
and the first thing that they would do.
not to cut bro off, and I know niggas be doing that, but you was talking drink champs. I know you just seen the Snoop one, and that niggas talked about Snoop and how he first met Nas.
Oh, when that nigga was in Gardena, he
And
ran
nigga
up with
ran
the red
all
on.
red, bro. He said
Yeah, the nigga
shotguns
was
on that nigga.
Shotguns. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the wise part. If he would have tapped in, somebody told bro, don't be running up in the shotgun hood.
Oh, that nigga
all
was Nas,
red.
gonna slide through
Luckily,
Yeah.
Where you coming from? To where you coming from way south, nigga, San Pedro? Where you coming
yeah,
from?
I guess back. Well, I mean, shit. I think back then it wasn't so Hollywood. Niggas would come out here and they would really go and fuck with you, hang in your hood. I think it's bigger. It's a bigger thing now with social media. Niggas are clout chase. They'll catch you in the wrong place and use your missteps for their benefit. Back then, I think niggas was just. Plus, there wasn't as much money back then. Niggas was literally living just like us, but rapping.
Yeah, Snoop
So-
had the number one record on it, and then he was still hanging in the shotguns.
Yeah, bro had
That's
a
regular
Jeep
shit.
Cherokee back then. There wasn't no big money in that shit like that. Bro was in a Jeep Cherokee,
somebody
still wearing
passed me an ashtray.
Pendletons
Somebody got an
and
ashtray.
Dickies and shit, and hanging out in shotgun hood and other niggas hood. But that's what it was. But yeah, I guess it's just the
Sock for your penalty.
how you say it, I guess the maturity of that same shit.
What?
You said pass the blood?
No. I told him he got what's his name and his last.
Oh, my bad. Oh, I thought to your boyfriend.
That nigga be dumb nosy, yeah. All up in the business, nigga.
She said pass the blood. I was trying to see you.
Oh no, I'm good, bro. Thanks.
Back from commercial. Shit. Damn, I lost my thought. But anyhow, yeah, I think it's just the graduation of the old shit. Niggas used to chip in at Grape Street so that them niggas wouldn't fuck up their sets and shit.
But I'm
And
not
any
bad
hood,
with
like
them.
niggas always used to come out here and fuck with hoods. Like niggas used to go to the Nickersons. If certain niggas would go to the Nickersons and fuck with like them niggas over there. Certain niggas would go fuck with the Grape Streets. And that just parlayed into niggas paying their way on certain niggas' hoods. What's up?
I got friends that go out and hang out in Jordan. Like, they from Memphis. Like, they come out of Cali and they get out there.
Your boy got caught in the Jordan Downs, nigga. Nigga, the million Zach Randolph.
He was in the Nickerson.
He was in
No,
Nickersons.
I know my
Classic conversations, man.
Yeah, man, now we gotta run the facts. We gotta get our fact checkers and shit.
Zach one of them niggas though.
He ain't got nothing to do with
Yeah, I mean,
it.
definitely one of the
Yeah,
niggas.
you know.
But then that's where you see niggas like we always
He
be
ain't got
talking
no
about that
do with
nigga Boogie Cousins. You know, he chose
Right.
chose who he chose to.
Yeah, because it's about tapping in with the right
right people,
to be
yeah.
able to do that. We was talking about that
It's
earlier.
corny though.
Yeah.
But see, I think it's corny in the game to allow the nigga to pay you to be able to like that shit. This type
Well,
of shit is corny to me.
You gotta look at the video that what's my nigga name? Black Jesus. Timmy Rue, who was one of Suge, like original shooters from Mob.
Really, I didn't know that.
He did a video where, and I've said it on camera. I guess I'll say it again. But the nigga from Mob, Pyru, that allowed Wayne to bang Mob, the nigga named Terminator.
Mhm.
And if you've ever heard Wayne talk about Terminator, and this is just what Timmy Rue said on the video, was that Mob, as a hood, they questioned like how you gonna have this nigga from the hood without the rest of the hood being behind it, and so they had tried to, I guess, press Wayne about it. So what Wayne would do is he'd give him tickets to come to the show when he out here, but keep him in like outside of general admission. So instead of them like paying for tickets and being like right in front of the stage, he'd give them tickets and keep them somewhere else where Turn can keep them separated. And this is just the words that, you know, Timmy Rue said in his YouTube video, is that they looking for Wayne, and Turn keep them niggas always apart because they like, how can you let this nigga bang the hood without the rest of the hood being a part of it? So
Right.
there are certain niggas in certain hoods that broker deals with, you know, it's usually not the whole hood in accordance, where you get like Soulja Boy situation where some of the niggas from the hood was like, we not rolling with
But
this
even,
shit.
I mean, being from LA and listening to Chris Brown, who's from Virginia, talk about Pyru, and it's like, nigga, what are you talking about? Like,
Well,
just a
agree.
lot of that shit is just
like,
corny
it's
to me.
the same. It's the same thing. It's like people come here and get put on. Like, I mean,
It's not the same
like-
thing.
It's not the
It's
same
not the
thing
same
at
thing,
all.
bro. He came out here with money.
He came out with
Yeah,
money.
he buying his way.
No,
Like,
I agree.
Chris
But
Brown got a
like
squabble,
I'm saying,
though.
I
Doesn't
agree,
matter.
but
Chris Brown got a
it's like,
squabble
it
though,
ain't
bro.
no
Squabble
different
itself,
from,
damn.
Like how my man say he born and he ain't moved to Memphis till he was
Right.
13.
I understand
He
that, bro.
do Memphis shit. Now I ain't saying he paid to do it.
Chris
but I'm
Brown
saying-
has never
Brown-
lived in Los Angeles before.
Until that,
Ever.
and didn't put in no work. Like, you gotta think about
So
it.
what you think make him want to be a blood?
it's the persona.
The persona,
that
nigga,
shit
is
is
popular.
cool.
That
It's
shit
cool to
is
be a
popular.
gangbanger.
Persona, and
Niggas don't really want to be a part of that shit. That's
He
not a
ain't-
lifestyle you want.
yeah, and he ain't gotta pay for protection. I mean, he's still paying. He's still putting money in the hood. But here's the thing, like that's always been the case. Like MCA, once upon a time, he from Trag New. Them niggas back in Trag New cut him off the hood because he didn't put, like, it's expected that if you get status, you supposed to bring back money back to the hood. You supposed to buy some heats,
Right.
buy something for niggas to flip, and he didn't do that. So them niggas put him off a Trag New.
Right.
So it's like when a nigga from out of town do the same thing and he go jump on the hood, it's still expect the same thing. Bring some money to the hood, bring some heats to the hood, whatever for hood business.
Right.
He'll do that, and that's his way of not having to pay for just outright straight up, yeah, I pay for protection. So it's really a nigga pride, like, oh, I'm part of the hood, I participate in hood business,
Right.
so I'm not really just paying my way
I was
on.
just finna say, you don't think some of that should be, I'm guilty by affiliation? Shout out to guilty by affiliation.
I mean, Pac was, but that's a different thing with Pac,
I'm
bro.
saying,
Pac
I
did the
say,
same.
man,
Pac
you
did the
a
same.
blood,
I say this,
I
though.
ain't shit. You a blood, right? If I'm with you and it's on, I'm a blood. Nigga.
Yeah.
I'm from the shy. If my people with me, they whatever the fuck.
Right,
I'm
but
still
you
with
regular
them.
though. You not making.
Chris
you
Brown
not
came out here
grossing
with millions
I
of
see
dollars.
you
It's
regular.
drastically different.
But
You
I
can't
mean-
say that that's the same thing.
Not the
Me
same,
being,
bro.
it's not the same. It's not the same as him being from Inglewood and him claiming Inglewood families, and I'm kicking it with his sister. So shit, we all families. That's different. I'm a normal motherfucker. Chris Brown came out here
It
off
was-
of running. You coming off of here off of his single Joel Santana with the hottest rappers at the time, and now you still whooping? No,
But-
nigga.
Hey, but I mean,
I
as a,
understand what y'all saying, but y'all acting like he ain't had no Cali friends. Or
he
Bruh,
did.
I'm
He
pretty
did.
sure he
So
did.
Show has some
nigga.
Cali. He for sure has some
Pretty
Cali
sure
friends.
he did.
Yeah, he for sure has. That nigga for
Why
sure,
would that-
bro.
why-
Really, but
How
I thought most of his, from what I know,
Hold
his
on.
Cali friends came through
I'm
hanging
saying,
out
I'm
with
saying,
gangs.
I'm saying,
With no
I'm saying
social
after
media,
the-
you
I'm
think the
saying
nigga
after
got friends in California
Back
at 13
then-
years old?
When
The
you-
nigga was 16 when he came out here. It's drastically different. You
16
can't
when
say
you
that.
got
no social
okay, so
media.
man,
No social. Oh,
wait,
yeah,
y'all
MySpace.
tripping, y'all fucking tripping, and what the fuck, bro? Y'all niggas is tripping, bro. Chris Brown not that old. It was for show social media. That nigga had a MySpace. Bro probably had a tag. Bro, that niggas probably had a fan page.
So he got homies in LA in LA.
Nigga, I'm Chris Brown, bro. That mean I can go anywhere I want to go.
But those are not your friends.
I get that. We get that. But you talking about a kid. Okay, let me say this. You talking about a kid that came out here with millions. That mean everybody want to hang out with me. That mean that I'm like the cool popping kid, whatever. At some point, who's to say that nigga didn't bump into niggas and like, you know what, I'm fucking with y'all.
But he didn't do this till he was like 23, 24,
but who's to say my nigga Chris wasn't really around? Bro, I just heard, I be hearing about niggas 20-something years old getting put on LA.
That's corny.
But here's the thing. That's always been corny. That's always been corny. Like, here's the thing. If you get
but
put
I'm not
on
here.
after high school.
But see, look, I'm not. First
If
of
you
all,
get put on after
bro,
high school, it's not a favorable thing.
I don't gang bang and I don't care about that shit. But I personally feel like, you feel me? If that's what they chose to do, I ain't gonna judge them. I'm gonna let them do their thing. That's what they felt that was the best direction for their life.
It's kind of different thing. This
Chris
is like,
Brown, we don't. I personally heard that Chris had a squabble. So who's to say that Chris wasn't around some niggas and some bro probably just got around with some niggas and at that point like fuck it, these the homies. I'm fucking.
But that doesn't. But here's the thing.
I get what y'all saying.
Let's slow it down. Let's moderate this shit. The point being is, even if you got put on, the thing that comes from it is you at that point. That doesn't just mean that you part. You got to put in work. So like what I was gonna say to his point is, nigga, yeah, that shit do happen because that's exactly what happened with Pac. Pac was not a blood before he came out here. He definitely came out here. And he had MOB. But the difference is that when it came down to it, Pac was with it. You don't see no situations where nobody else is right with it.
About this,
he lost his life though for it.
But look, Suge came and bailed the nigga out, bro. Suge came and bailed Tupac out. So, I'm saying Suge came and bailed Tupac out.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, Tupac still felt his loyalty lied with anything Suge Knight wanted to do.
Yeah, all day.
That's what I'm saying. So it was more. Chris Brown had more of an option.
Saying, I totally agree with you.
According to my nigga OG Mob James on DJ, shout out DJ Vlad TV, my nigga said Pac was sliding.
Fuck Vlad.
They said Pac was sliding through. Well, I guess I don't watch that much. They said Pac was sliding through the hood with the MOB niggas himself.
He was.
They said the nigga said that bro wasn't
there. That nigga wanted to be. That nigga's damn near on some fan shit too.
And that's all I'm saying. I'm not disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing with y'all, but I'm saying. Bro, everybody is fascinated with LA, bro. This the top of the top here. Everything that goes on here, bro, niggas want to be associated with, bro.
Doesn't matter.
But you're not. There's a difference.
But y'all saying that because y'all from LA, y'all not looking at it from a nigga that's from Tappahannock, Virginia, and been looking at this shit. He like, fuck, I'm home, bro. Like,
but the rules are still. But him claiming Pyru does not hold the same weight as a nigga like Vic, who's born and raised off of Manchester, claiming Pyru. It's different. It does not hold the same weight. It's corny. Chris Brown didn't start claiming Sue whooping this until he was 24, 25 with 20 million behind him. That's corny. And you living in the hood, like get the fuck out of here.
It's probably corny to a person that's
because his first
just like 6ix9ine
was in the West Coast.
Just like 6ix9ine,
digital underground.
Corny
to us.
Oh, corny as shit.
To us.
Who is it not corny to?
Okay,
the kids.
Nah,
exactly. And who was Chris Brown fan,
bro? I'm saying he was a grown man.
Really?
Y'all come on. You not Chris Brown fan no more. You like his songs. You not a Chris Brown fan no more like that. You ain't
listen to all Chris Brown.
What did I say about a Chris Brown concert ticket?
When the last time he was out here, nigga, last year.
This nigga want to do a song, Chris Brown. That's
I fuck with Chris.
I'm not taking it away from the niggas.
We want to get that nigga on the 16.
He said this, bro.
That nigga on the hood.
He said this, bro, big to get that Chris Brown feature. I got your back, Chris.
Man, he gonna send that nigga just in a DM like, look,
hey, bro, I got you. This is my proof, bro. I got your back.
His artist legend, like the fact that he's a legend, a creative genius, makes it even
cornier
that you are a.
How you gonna be a gangster? How you gonna be a gangster? You can't put in no work.
Nigga, sit down and sing this hook.
It's corny to us, bro, but to the people that's paying that nigga, they like that shit. And at the end of the day,
nah,
the 6ix9ine shit,
it's money.
It's money at the end of the day.
They doing that on.
I hope you know the 6ix9ine shit is actual.
Because he's
actual premise of argument.
I feel like the 6ix9ine shit was a fucking great marketing scheme for motherfucking a kid to attack white America like he did. Because his concert,
10 times out of 10, that marketing scheme is gonna end within a year or two.
But here's the thing.
Who made? Wait. Not to cut you off. 6ix9ine's in jail, but Whitey, who just fucking put him on, probably still got his check and he balling. Because Whitey made a bag off 6ix9ine.
But that's nothing to do with 6ix9ine though.
What I'm saying is, Vic, to us it's corny. To the rest of the world, bro, they don't give a fuck.
No, you're saying
you're to the white kids.
No, you're saying
they don't give a fuck.
No, you're saying the corporate doesn't give a fuck when
they don't.
We know that though. We know that,
nigga.
nigga. We know that. That doesn't matter about corporate, nigga. Corporate promotes gangbang music, period. So it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Nigga, that working scheme is
I think what it comes down to it is the people that have lost friends and family over it, that's why we're gonna be a lot more like adamant about it. Whereas from the rest of the world, y'all can look at it and say it's just as simple as a marketing scheme or this, that, and the other thing. But when you got family and friends and real beefs and rivalries that stem from long-term, issues, then it's not that simple just to say, oh, it's cool, you can just jump on whenever you want to. Niggas live their whole life off of this shit, where it's like a nigga get jumped in, he got beef with this nigga over here for life at this point. And then if that nigga did something to his peoples and he got to get back, it's retaliatory. That will create a situation where you like, well, nigga, you paid your way on. You don't have to put in the work. Where I had to put in work. Like these niggas is serving time and got, for things that they signed up for, where another nigga could pay his way on. It's like you paid your way through the hard knocks. You didn't have to go through the hard knocks. You paid your way through the hard knocks.
I personally,
niggas don't take
the era for that no more though.
That's all I'm saying, bro. In the internet era, bro, this is the only era where niggas don't send out a shot and say, look at the bullet holes right there on camera. This is a different era, bro.
You are what I am.
Come on, bro. Niggas is gangbanging on the internet, bro. Niggas is gangbanging on the internet.
No, they are.
It's a whole other era.
They are, but you're not gonna tell me the first time you heard Christopher Brown say, Sue Whoop, this is Pyru, whatever the fuck he be claiming, bombed in this. You were like, hold on, nigga, what? You 2 up, 2 down? What the fuck is you talking about? The first time you heard that.
A lot of people, the first time I heard Sue Whoop, fucking, you know what I'm saying? I'm from LA, bro. You barely hear Sue Whoop. So trust me, when I'm hearing it on the radio all day, it's like, damn.
And it's like, Chris Brown, you're a legend. Make the music. We don't need all this bullshit behind it, bro.
What I do now?
I mean, I straight up, anybody that's in the industry is questionable for a nigga. I mean, shit, if a nigga get questioned for gangbanging after he getting put on the hood after he graduated from high school, then any nigga that definitely come out of town with money and pay your way on it is definitely gonna be looked at funny. But that, I mean, even go further than what she's saying. That, yeah, like what does that tell about a person that if you most niggas in the hood trying to make money get out, nigga make money and try to come back into the hood.
I hate that shit so fucking much.
Like what does that say about a person that you got it made? Where all these niggas all the niggas that gangbanging, they're doing it based on the fact that this is all they know. This nigga knows so much more. He been on tour places, and he want to come back and do some ignorant hood shit.
It sound like money ain't everything.
Money ain't, but they say if you know better, you do better.
But I feel like
a lot of niggas that don't know better, they got a bag right now.
No, it's a fetish though. I feel like being a hood is a fetish. Everybody want to be a nigga until it's time to be a nigga. And it's like, Chris, you not rocking no real shit. You got signed at 16, and I'm not discrediting you for that. But for you to be act like you, like, come on, it's a fad, it's a mockery, it's disrespect. Like with fresh shit, I got homies who died from this shit. Wrong place, wrong time. You getting wrong niggas who doing lifer, claiming and really putting in work. So it's like you 25, you live in the Hollywood Hills.
You can't have no stripes.
It's Sue Whoop and
he can't have no rank.
It's not.
He can't have no rank or no stripes, which is about putting in work. Like niggas had to go put in work.
But it's not even about him putting in work. It's like why? Every hood nigga wants, and that's money and bitches.
I feel like this though. I feel like it's kind of like R.I.P. what Nip said when he was like about the 6ix9ine shit. He was like this clown shit. We're not even gonna like the real don't even acknowledge that. So I feel like if that's I'm saying nigga, y'all this the topic y'all brought up. I'm just keeping it how I feel. I personally feel like the nigga said what he said. I don't know what the nigga did, but from my knowledge of what I heard, you know what I'm saying, nigga got pressed before nigga had a squabble, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I didn't hear from what I've never heard no bad rap on the nigga name of.
At the end, let's put like this.
I get what y'all saying. I get everything y'all saying, bro. The nigga's a millionaire. I get it, bro. I get it, bro. I get all that, bro. At the end of the day, I get all that.
If Chris Brown ever go to jail, he's never getting a gang enhancement. So that means that you're not really affiliated. Bro, because you're not getting no gang. How many times a nigga have been in jail in LA and you get no gang enhancements on all the charges he got? Bro, I don't want to hear none of that.
Bro was PC.
I don't want to hear none of that.
Yeah. So if that's the case, put you in a general pop with your peoples, put you in the blood module. But he got
none of that.
He was
PC.
None of that. Bro was PC. So you know what I'm saying? Like a nigga go PC. Like you really at that point, nigga, you can't even come back to the hood if you went and got PC. So like he's basically what's happening is he's been allowed to pay past the rules. Like the rules don't apply, which is like the American way. The judicial system. If you got money, you don't have to be a party to that shit. You could pay your way past being a black man, but then you come back to the hood and you pay past the street rules, then that's a mockery. That's from me. If you can pay your way past established street rules, and now you a tough guy because you paid your way in there, then that's my question is like, well, what work did you put on that validate your tough guy act, your hood shit? Well, show me the work behind it, not the money behind it.
So we're gonna ask y'all in the comments to really just type in on this
what
shit.
What y'all think about that shit?
We're gonna go out on that last question.
Well, can I say that I hate that we made it about Chris and it's nothing personal.
Yeah,
it's any
well, I
nigga
fuck with
like
Chris Brown
this,
music.
it's just
I
it's
fuck with
in
the
general.
video that
So,
just came out.
yeah,
Nigga, even
it's not a personal attack on
Pyro
Chris.
Prince.
He just happened to be the topic that we discussed. The person we discussed.
my nigga Pyro Prince, Chris Brown. All right.
Classic conversations will be back.